We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are at the SPY, the SP 500 index, fighting to hold support here at key levels. And in today's volatility, our SPY buy at 10:25 a.m. sent out a bear indicator. And from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 120% plus within an hour, guys. And as you see it popping up there within the screen, within the options chain, some options even went higher than that. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, fighting to hold support. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow, what's going on with the inflow versus outflow, and bull and bear indicators. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run today was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run today was from our Netflix bot. Our Netflix bot at 9:20 a.m. sent out a bear indicator. From that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 110% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump to these charts. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from bright green bars to white with red borders. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, under a bear indicator since up here at the 459.70 area in the pre-market, canceling out the bull indicator from Friday down here at around the 456.37 level. And you could see how I tried coming back up to that area and rejected. Now the SPY is trying to stay above the 455 level, 454, as we've talked about, a crucial support here in the last several days and weeks. And here it is fighting to bring itself back up with a staircase effect again here on the 30 minutes so far, but it needs a bull indicator, and we're going to take a look at the inflow versus outflows as well in just a moment. Now, when we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, we could see in the bigger picture a bear indicator popped up at the 457.80 area, canceling out the bull indicator from down here at 454.90, but again trying to find support around that area and bouncing off of it. And it's going to be crucial and critical going into tomorrow if this staircase effect can continue on the 30-minute and 1 hour, and those transitions back up to eventually cancel out this bear indicator on the 1 hour, as well as the bear indicator from the 30-minute, right? Now, in the volatility on the 15-minute, we could go ahead and see here in this tighter range how a bull indicator has popped up to cancel the bear indicator from the pre-market. And now a bull indicator popped up at the 455.60 level. It keeps on trying to bounce off of it. It's trying to get back towards 456 here in the live action. And it's going to be crucial and critical for this bull indicator to roll that strength over into the 30-minute and the 1 hour as well. I'm going to be watching that very carefully here going into the after hours and tomorrow's trading day. Now, what's going on with the inflow versus outflows? We're going to pull it up and we're going to talk about the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index. The SPY stock having outflows begin last week in the after hours as we see it here, and into the pre-market it crossed over and outflows dominated all day. That's what has been suppressing and holding down this chart so far in today's volatility to the downside. But on this bounce back up, inflows are trying to come back up, and it's at negative 0.52 right now, really close to the midpoint there on the 30-minute. And to go ahead and justify any further strength to the upside, these inflows would need to cross the midpoint to the upside with strength, right? And eventually cancel out that bear indicator with a possible bull indicator. That fight for 456 continues here. It's really close here in the live action. It is fighting to bring itself back up, and these inflows are sideways right now, and they need to cross to further justify once again any further strength to the upside in these charts. Now, when we zoom out on the SPY, on the S&P 500, we could see on the 1 hour chart how these outflows dominated all day. It's leveled off, but the outflows are red and negative 2.63. Definitely something to not ignore here in these charts, how these outflows are down here. The last time we've hit these levels was back on Thursday of last week, but it has leveled off, and it's going to be crucial and critical for it to switch from red to green and pull itself back up towards the midpoint. Now, in the volatility of the 15-minute, we could see how the inflows are fighting to stay above the midpoint here. That's what's holding up this chart from completely collapsing, right? And here it is. Outflows are trying to pop up again. If they do cross to the downside, it could quickly start to reflect that weakness into these charts. So in the volatility of the 15-minute, again, I'm going to be watching this very carefully going into the after hours and going into tomorrow's trading day. Now, what are the key levels I would watch? Well, the first thing is support, guys. And the first support level is if these outflows cross to the downside and continue the weakness on the 30-minute, is the 450 area. If that gets broken through, the next support is 452.50. And then below that, I'll be watching the 450 area. Now, to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical for this staircase effect to continue. Continue the strength of the bull indicator on the 15-minute. Get these inflows to pull away from the midpoint, switch from red to green, roll that strength over into the 30-minute, and go ahead and get these inflows to cross the midpoint. Again, continue that staircase effect. Get a bull indicator in the process. And the first resistance is 458. Then above that is the 460 level. And then I'll be watching the 462 to 463 area. Now, these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial. And the inflow versus outflows, I would not ignore them as they're really close to the midpoint here, below it on the 30-minute, and really close to the midpoint here on the 15-minute and above it, right? The strength from the 15-minute needs to roll over into the 30-minute to further justify any move to the upside. So I'm going to be watching that very closely. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.